Welcome back. This is video 5 for topic 5, the internet and its uses, and now we are going to be looking at cyber security. Be warned, it is quite a wordy video, and there'll be plenty of time for taking some notes. So, what are the threats against our computer? Cyber security threats. Keeping your information safe is crucial for many reasons, whether it's personal information that you only want to share with certain people, or important information like passwords and banking details that you don't really want to share with anybody. However, there are various ways your data can be corrupted or deleted, whether by accident or on purpose. Moreover, there are cyber threats that can intercept your data, obviously compromising your security. Okay, like this guy here. Okay, so here are some of the threats that your computer might be facing. Okay, so first of all, brute force attacks. When someone tries to guess your password by trying multiple combinations. Data interception, when somebody listens to your conversations or messages to collect your information. Distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, when a website or online service is flooded with requests to overload and crash it. One you've all heard of, hacking, when someone breaks into a computer system to steal or manipulate information. And then malware, lots of different types of malware, when malicious software is used to infect your computer or device, such as viruses, worms, Trojan Horses, spyware, adware, and in some cases, ransomware. Some other types of threats would include phishing, pharming, and social engineering. Phishing being when someone tricks you into giving away your personal information by pretending to be somebody else or a trustworthy source, such as a bank trying to get hold of you and wanting you to check your banking details, and then stealing all your account information and stealing all your money. Pharming, when someone redirects you to a fake website to collect your information. And social engineering, when someone manipulates you into revealing your information by pretending to be someone you trust. As always, it is important to be vigilant against these threats and take measures to protect your data from being compromised. You always need to be looking out if you're sending any kind of personal data, be it over social media or be it bank details when you're online shopping. You've got to be careful. You've got to know that the information that you're sending is going to a trusted source. Okay, so I'm going to go into more detail about each of the potential threats, starting with brute force attack. Brute force attacks are when someone tries every possible option until they find the right one. Now, obviously, it's like guessing a password by trying different combinations of letters, numbers, and symbols until the correct one is found. It can take a very, very long time, and it's a way for hackers to access protected information if they have enough time and resources. Another example, here we go, might be a bike lock with a 3-digit code. A brute force attack would be trying every possible combination until they find the right one. This means they're going to try from 000 all the way up to 999, so basically 1,000 times until they get the right combination. Well, that's only 1,000. Imagine if there was 4 digits or 5 digits or 6 digits. Okay, it's important to use strong passwords and other security measures to stay safe. The next one, data interception. Hackers intercept data packets during their transmissions. We've covered data packets in the second chapter, but hackers are intercepting these data packets during their transmission through the use of software called packet sniffers, which you may have heard of. Now, these packet sniffers examine packets as they travel across the network or across the internet from one node to the other. Wi-Fi data interception can be carried out using war diving, also called access point mapping. A laptop or smartphone or antenna and a GPS device together with software can be used to intercept data outside of a building or someone's house using this method. As a result, the intercepted Wi-Fi signal can reveal personal information to the hacker, often without the user even knowing about it. Then we move on to distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks, or DOS attacks, where a computer or many computers is used to prevent a server from performing a task. This is done by bombarding the server over and over again with requests. Eventually, the server is tied up trying to handle all the DOS requests, making it very difficult for it to respond to legitimate requests. The attacker may be able to prevent the user from accessing their emails, accessing their websites and web pages, or accessing online services such as banking. Okay, so it's flooding the system, flooding the server with lots and lots of information, lots and lots of requests, okay, that aren't legitimate. We now move on to hacking, and I think a helicopter has arrived to take me away, so we might have to pause the video. I think the helicopter's gone. Two different types of hacking, illegal and ethical. You must have heard of the term hacking. It's when someone breaks into a computer system without permission. This is a really bad thing because they can steal personal information, delete important files, or mess with data. Sometimes people try to protect their data by encrypting it, but even then a hacker can still do a lot of damage. However, there are ways to prevent hacking, like using strong passwords and firewalls, and software that can detect if someone is trying to break in. It is important to know that hacking is always illegal if it's done without permission, but some companies actually pay people, you may have seen this in films, to try and hack into computer systems. This is called ethical hacking, and it's a way for companies to see if their security measures are strong enough to keep out real hackers. Okay, ethical hacking. We now move on to a group of problems called malware, which takes many forms. Malware is one of the biggest risks to the integrity and security of data on computer systems. Malware can include things like viruses, worms, Trojan horses, like this one here, spyware, adware, and ransomware. Okay, I'm going to go into more detail about each of these. So first of all, viruses, you can see them here, attacking our computer, our documents. Computer viruses are like germs that infect your computer. Just like how germs can make you sick, viruses can harm your computer. They are programs or code that copy themselves, that's important, and can delete or corrupt files on your computer, or even make it stop working properly or stop working altogether. Viruses need to find a way into your computer before they can start causing problems. They can come from email attachments, infected websites, or even software that you download. Once they're inside, they need to be triggered in order to start doing damage. So to protect yourself, you should always be careful about opening emails or downloading software from sources that you don't know. Also make sure to use antivirus software and keep it up to date to catch any viruses before they can harm your computer. We've all heard of viruses and antivirus software. Worms, again another type of computer malware that can replicate themselves and spread into other computers. Unlike viruses, they don't need a host program to cause damage. They move through networks and can infect multiple computers without targeting specific files. They can arrive in email attachments and infect an entire network if just one user opens an infected email. They can cause major problems and have brought down phone systems and even television networks in the past. To protect yourself, you need to use some safeguards like with viruses and keep antivirus programs up to date. Worms are more dangerous than viruses because they can spread without any action from the user. Okay, they just move around the network causing damage. Trojan Horses, again, it's another type of malicious program that pretends to be something harmless or useful, like a free trial of free antivirus software. And when you install it, it actually does bad things to your computer. Trojan Horses often arrive as an email attachment or downloads from infected websites. Once they're on your computer, they give cyber criminals access to your personal information like passwords and IP addresses. Trojan Horses are tricky because they rely on fooling the user into thinking they're safe. Firewalls and security systems might not be able to stop them since the user has initiated the malware themselves. To stay safe, don't download software, as we said before, don't download software from sources you don't trust, and always be suspicious of unexpected email attachments. Keep your antivirus software up to date to catch any Trojan horses before they can do any harm. And then we move on to spyware. Now, this is sneaky software that watches everything you do on your computer and sends that information back to someone else. They're designed to steal personal information like your bank account numbers and passwords. You can use anti-spyware software to remove it, but the real danger is how it gets onto your computer in the first place. It could be through tricks like fake links. Spyware can include such things as key logging software that records every time you type or press a key on the keyboard, including your passwords and other sensitive information. For example, a keylogger could be used to steal the password you use to log into your online bank account, allowing cybercriminals to access and steal your money. Be careful. Probably all heard of the word ransom, and it means exactly that. Ransom is extortion software that can lock your computer and then demand a ransom for its release. So basically you see here, there's a guy and he's holding your computer to ransom. He's got the key to your data, but he's locked your data. Okay? It's an attempt to blackmail a user into making a payment to the hacker to release the data. Sometimes the ransomware do little but try to scare the user into paying, while others go further. They encrypt your documents and will not decrypt them until the ransom has been paid. Very dangerous. And finally, adware. Now, adware refers to software that manifests unwanted advertising, lots and lots of pop-ups, which can be bothersome when it emerges on your device. Adware usually infiltrates a user's system in two various manners, either by you unawareingly downloading free computer programs, as before, or through hackers taking advantage of vulnerabilities in your operating system or software to inject malware into your system. So don't click on the pop-ups, don't click on the ads, because they could take you to places where really you don't want to go, or it could take you to links where you end up subscribing to something you never wanted in the first place. So adware, be careful of the pop-ups. So finally, poor internet security protocols tend not to have the following things. They don't have different levels of access to prevent users from accessing sensitive data unless they are authorized to do so. Rules preventing the connection of external devices such as USB memory sticks, which may contain and transmit viruses. So if you're at work or if you're at school, if you bring a USB memory stick in and you try and plug it into a computer, a pop-up should appear saying, you can't do this. You might have to give it to your teacher or give it to somebody from IT to check it. Regulation regarding secure passwords, for example, using a numbers and letters and symbols system. Rules to govern what websites can and cannot be visited. Methods to prevent any user wirelessly connecting an unsecure laptop, tablet or smartphone to a company or school network. And a formal backup procedure that is adhered to. All these things should be adhered to, and if they're not, it leads to a poor internet security protocol. That is it for this video, just a whistle-stop tour of some of the problems, some of the cyber threats that could affect or infiltrate your computer system or your computer network. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Please continue to ask questions, leave your comments, hit notifications, and please subscribe. And finally, if you wish to buy me a coffee, I'd be truly grateful. Please visit buymeacoffee.com/learning zone. Thank you very much indeed. See you next time. Bye for now.